Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Well, I've gone a little die cutting happy or crazy, whatever you want to call it. These are so cute. This is Spellbinders' new release. If you didn't see my last video, this is what we made. Isn't they cute? Well, I couldn't stop. These little guys, excuse me, were looking at me, just begging for a card. So I couldn't make two. I couldn't make three. I don't know how many I'm going to end up making, but I'm making a lot. We're just going to see what happens. I may make 2 or 3 cards. I don't know. So, and there's lots of little pieces. Their little teeth and their little eyeballs. I mean, look at these. So I've just been cutting like a crazy woman. So, yeah. You ready to come along with me on this adventure? All right. Well, I'm going to do a little more cutting. I'm going to kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm just cutting a bunch of pieces and we're going to make something. All right. Okay, guys. Oh, fix my light here. I went a little monster happy. But look, they are so stinking cute. Look at her little glasses. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just sit here and cut and put together. Oh, and we can't forget this little guy. He's got his little 70s glasses on. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, and see these little dies that are right here? My next video, that'll be important. I got something. Anyway, we'll see. You know, I'm always... okay. So, little FYI. This Spellbinders, this brand new Spellbinders Paper Arts spray bottle. Lord have mercy. Run, don't walk. I'm just saying. I mean, especially if you have arthritis or something. You know how you go... You know, this one... see if I had a little box or something I could spray into. Anyway, you just pull the trigger and it just... And it's a really fine mist. So I'm probably going to get about 3 more of these. One for my hair, one for my craft room, one for the kitchen. You know, these are just fantastic. And so what I found is that the first squirt, because there's a little chamber in there, there's 2 little dumaflachis that go down in there. That's a technical word. So I think it, you know, it sprays fine the first time, but then it really sucks up the rest of the water. And the second time it just, I mean, it goes for a long time. Very, very, very fine mist. But anyway, love it. Okay, so all these little pieces here. Trying to think of a background because I'm going to make a 5x7 card because we have to include all the little friends. That's just all there is to it. And look, I even have more that I can make, which I may. Get this out of the way. So I was trying to think of a background. We don't want anything crazy because they're, come on. I found this Spellbinders embossing folder. What is it called? How about Tile Mosaic? That's what this one's called. Anyway, I just thought it'd be super cool. So I always mist your paper, whether it's a 3D or a 2D embossing folder. Always mist your paper front and back because that will keep it from, oh, that is so cool. Look at that. It will keep it from cracking. So I thought, well, we need to add a little color to this. But which side? Because depending on the side that you use, that's what it's going to look like. And I was thinking, well, you know, if I mess it up, well, it's paper. If we mess it up, we'll cut another one and emboss another one, right? So we need to add a little color to it. So we may do both sides and see what we like. So let me entertain you. I need, I'm not going to use my little brushes for this. I'm going to use a big brush. And this is not... I'm still moving stuff around and stuff is catching. I'm trying to spin my spinner around. All right, which I love. I want to say the original. Not Pink Fresh. What are they? Are they Pink Fresh? Look, they don't even have their name on them. I'm at a loss. Anyway, I'll look this up. I'll add it on there. But anyway, these were like the original ones. These are phenomenal. Let me just say. People say you can use makeup brushes and all that. Yes, you can. But is it going to give you the quality that you want? Is it going to blend like you want? Are these little fibers going to come out? Yeah. So, I mean, these are so dense. You don't hardly ever have to wash them because the color sets right here. Because like I said, look. I mean, I'm trying to pull that apart. They are so stinking dense. So the color just sets right on top. We use these in class all the time. I sell a ton of these, a ton of these. The Spellbinders, I'm not much of a fan because I don't know if it's the way they're cut. I don't know, but see? So I took this and I rubbed it on my ink pad and it just gets in a certain spot. So I don't know. I just don't care for them. Now they have some brand new ones that came out, some big fluffy looking ones. I haven't tried those yet, but I even thought about trimming these up a little bit and seeing if that would help, but I'm just not a fan of those. Okay. So we just need a little color, maybe a gray or a blue. Let's see what I have in my bag of tricks over here. Let's get some Simon Hurley. What about, well, there's a Weeping Willow. No, let's try some color. What about a No Diving? We could do that light, or some green, blue, Clear Skies. I don't know. Let's just try Clear Skies. We'll do a little bit and see what it looks like. Let me scooch back up here. All right. Let me grab a paper towel right here. And let's see if there's any. Oh, there's a little bit of ink that comes off on this. I'm shaking you, I know. And this is how I clean them. I take an old kitchen towel or a paper towel. Kind of go round and round, back and forth a little bit. All right. So this is the emboss side. So your design is sticking up. But isn't that cool? Look, it's like it shifts. Okay. Clear Skies. Let's see. And when you do this, you don't want to start on your paper because you're going to have an ink spot that's you're not going to be able to get out. I mean, it's just going to be a round circle. I guess circles are round. You're going to have a round spot that you won't be able to blend out. So you start off and then blend in. I'm going lightly, so it's just picking that up. So there's that. So let's try the other side. Again, start off and then come in. That's kind of cool. So that just picks up the squares. That's kind of cool. I think I'm liking this side. Just, I don't know, just because. All right, I'm not going to do a whole lot because our little guys are going to cover up most of it. But what they don't cover up, we'll add a little something to it. And if you didn't see my video on inking up the paper, making little circular splots of color, and then debossing it and then going over it with black ink, you need to check that out. That's pretty cool. It's a really cool technique. Okay. And you can always make this darker. You just add some more layer to it. But look at that. That's like shifty. All right. Love my Simon Hurley inks. All right, let me go ahead and clean this off a little bit. And see, there's really not that much to clean off. I mean, there's like nothing coming off because it stays right there and being transferred. I mean, eventually, you know, when you use them and you ink, I mean, a ton, you wash them and then it'll take several days for them to dry because they are so dense. All right. So I have my card base, 5x7, and I cut this 5x7, which we're going to trim down a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably trim that off. So let's do that. I have my handy dandy trimmer here. I have my big Fiskars trimmer. It's this big Mac Daddy. It's a rotary. Anyway, it folds. So I have it down at my side all the time. But I just kind of lean it up against this and then trim and then set it back down there. So I'm going to trim this little bit off. Let's see, where's that? I've never had to sharpen it. I've had this for years and years and years and years and years. And never sharpened it. Love it. And I have a ton of other trimmers, believe me. Tried them. And this is the one. That looks pretty good. And then I just fold it up and then set it here beside me. I've been doing that for a long time. Okay, let me scooch back up here. That will give us a little border around there, just some more interest. And I think we need to go ahead and glue this down. And that's going to give, what's the best way to do that? Some score tape. Let's try score tape. I may have to use score tape and glue because it's so bumpy. So let's add some. Go along the sides here. And score tape tears. And the other side. You can tear it. You can cut it. Usually if I'm working on albums and stuff, I cut it because I want nice crisp edges. I don't want the little frayed edges. And I'll show you a little trick if you don't already know it. And I'm going to put one down the middle just because it's so bumpy. I normally don't. But since we have the bump factor, all right. So if you take all that off and then lay it down and you get it, you're going to have to throw everything away and start over. That's just that simple. So you don't have to do that. I mean, unless you're just one of those Picassos that make the perfect circle, that you get it right the first time. So anyway, peel one down. You can peel all the corners down if you want to, but I just peel one corner down and dog ear it. Just fold it over. And then I line it up where I want it, and don't press that particular corner down until you're ready. That looks pretty good. Now press that down, and now it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, and I just hold it gently and just pull that out. Burnish that a little bit, and then I go under and peel the rest of them off. And it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to shift on you. You don't have to worry about any of that. Get this middle one. So that's my little foolproof way. And another thing you can do is take a glue stick, any kind of glue stick, cheap, expensive, whatever you have on hand. And I do this a lot when I'm making albums, just because of the circumstances. Excuse me. You peel your backing off, and then you take your glue stick and just run across it once. Don't go back and forth, just across it once. That way, that'll give you a second to pull up. If you're, you press it, you don't want to burnish it, but if you press it down, ever so lightly and you think, oh no, that'll give you a chance to pull it back up. But once you burnish it, it's all over. And then you don't want to burnish this hard or firmly because you don't want all the texture to go out of it. I like it. All right. So now we're just going to play with our little guys. I need something to hold this down. I need a piece of that tacky stuff. I call it snot balls at work. That rubbery tacky stuff. Oh well. Can we do that? Okay, let's just do that. All right. Excuse me. I still got that going on. All right. So, to me, this is like arranging flowers. You just kind of play with them. Some of them we're going to pop up. Some of them we're going to lay down flat because we just want them all over the place. I think we need a yellow one up there. No, then that way we'll do that one there. They are so funny. Put this one behind maybe. Offset a little bit. So we have just a whole menagerie of little aliens. I just think that's so cute. All right. So that's basically where I want them. All right. I'm going to start popping some of these up and gluing them down. And because you don't need to see me do that. Like I said, I'm just kind of deciding who I want in the back and who I want in the front, and just pop dots, and other ones I'm just going to glue down with liquid glue. So I'll be right back. Okie doke. This just makes me happy. So they're all different thicknesses. I just think that's stinking cute. That just makes me laugh. Their little glasses and their little eyeballs. That's just, and even on these, you could take some glossy accent and put on there so they would look like that. Be shiny, and his big eyeballs. You could do that if you wanted to. But, so I use these Spellbinders little eyes. And then this die set. And this die set with all the little glasses. And then you can stamp something and get a hold of it. Good Lord. One of these. So you could do a little monster sending monstrous birthday wishes. You are the cutest. Eat cake and celebrate big. It's party time, which I'm thinking party time. Hope your day is, oh, fantastic. That goes with a little panda. To my best friendosaurus. That's funny. That goes with little dinosaurs. Anyway, I just thought this was super cute. So hope that inspires you. Hope that gave you a giggle. And until next time, bye for now.